Good morning. Hi. How are you? I mean, I say it's morning, but it's like, I think, like noon. Oopsies. I've been waking up really late recently, and I'm really not too sure why. I think like this whole week my sleeping pattern has just been so messed up. So I'm going to bed at like 3-4 a.m, waking up at like 12. And it's kind of like, you know, the type of sleep where like, even when you set alarms, you actually sleep through them. Like you don't even hear them go off. And you wake up and you're like, what time even is it? Because my alarms haven't gone off. But then you actually check your phone and realise, yeah, they went off and you just didn't notice. It's a weird one, because I feel like I'm not really that bothered. Like, I feel like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Sometimes I put like a lot of unnecessary stress on myself to be like productive early in the day. And like, as much as that's fun sometimes, if I don't do it every day, it's not a big deal. And that's all I'm trying to tell myself, to be honest. There's no real point in trying to beat myself up about something I actually can't control. It's kind of just like one of those things, isn't it? It's like, okay, I'll try again tomorrow. Can't really do much about it other than that. These plums have been in my fridge for like 3 weeks, maybe. I don't really know anymore, but these still taste hard. Something about putting plums and peaches in the fridge that makes them really hard, and it makes me sad because they're really juicy when they're not in the fridge, but they go bad really quick. The whole sleep schedule stuff, it's just gonna be something that like I have to try and change again, because I don't even really know how we got here, guys. That's the weird thing. I think time is just so subjective. Like, yeah, I have a lot to do today, but I can still do it all in the time. It's just at a different time of the day. So instead of starting at like 8, 9, I'm starting at like noon. And then instead of finishing at like 4, 5, I'm finishing at like 6, 7 or 7, 8. And it's like not really that big of a deal. And I think that's probably what made me realise that I don't care that much. Obviously, like, I do makeup for like Instagram and TikTok, but there isn't really a schedule to that. Like, at first I was like, okay, I want to get up and do a look and then finish the look around like 4, 5ish and then blah blah blah. But it really doesn't matter that much. Like, I can start a look at 7 if I want to, and I literally live alone, so who's gonna interrupt that? When you actually sit there and think about it, time literally makes no sense. It's just like a construct that makes you feel bad for not doing things at the certain time that everybody else is doing them. Yeah, weird. Dalgona coffee was a massive trend last year. I think it was last year or the year before during quarantine. I can't remember. As a coffee lover, I also partook in that trend. And it was actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I just thought it's kind of like, I'm treating myself, you know? Like, it's like the type of thing you'd get in like a French cafe, and they give you a Dalgona coffee, and you sat there looking at the like trees and feeling all cute. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that one, but I think you get my gist. It's just a nice thing to do for yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong. This coffee isn't fun to make, but it's also the idea that like I'm putting in the effort enough for me in the future to have an enjoyable experience. I've never worked so hard in my life. Okay, so we're about 10 minutes in. I would say I'm happy with the consistency of this now. No, I could listen to Ice Crack all day. Hey, moment of truth. Wow, that actually looks pretty good. The irony of it all though, really, is the fact that I'm about to mix this up. So it's not even really traditionally the coffee that I said I was making. I just like the process of making weird coffee. It's fun. One could suggest that I actually made this whole process a lot harder for myself than making a regular iced coffee. And to that I'd agree, yeah, definitely. But it's also a fun experience because it's turning like these everyday tasks that we do all the time into something that's actually a little bit more enjoyable and something that adds a bit of excitement into your life, you know? I feel like that's probably something that's not like appreciated enough. It's like the excitement in the small things and how you can make like a boring activity seem a little bit fun, you know? My stupid ass, messy ass coffee for sure. Let's get a close up. Look at that. That actually tastes better than my usual coffee, so I'm happy. Hello. Hi, okay. Oh my god! I can't explain to you how excited I am right now, and I can't even tell you what it's about. Basically, me and the team are working on something really exciting, and it's like every single week it's just getting like a little bit closer, and like ideas are getting a little bit more defined, and it's like, oh, this is real, this is insane. I can't actually quite grasp that it's even happening. It's just a real pinch me type moment, and it's, let's just say I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm so overwhelmed, but it's like the best feeling ever. I mean, I kind of like to use these vlogs as like updates slash like diary type things where it's like I can look back on this and be like, oh my god, that was really cool. Now it's an actual thing. I can't even tell you when it's, I can't tell you anything. I don't want to tell you anything yet. It's too, no, you're gonna have to wait, or I promise the wait is worth it. And that's that on that. Tea. Today has felt like such a strange day. I feel like I've just been waiting around for things to happen like the whole day, and that's all it's consisted of, to be quite honest. It's just been very like, okay, what now? And I feel like I keep wishing my time away, but like I don't want to, because like this week's already gone really, really quick. That it feels weird to now be wishing the time away. It's like as soon as it starts to go slow again, I'm like, can you hurry up? I'm bored. It's finally time to make tea, which means I get to actually do something now. And I'm making pasta. Wait. Shut up. I feel like pasta's one of those things that feels like home. You know, it's one of those meals that's like, yeah, this is home for me. Especially lasagna. Lasagna is like my favorite food. So I've not made lasagna in like a really long time actually. Pasta just reminds me of, you know that scene in Ratatouille where that guy eats the ratatouille and he's like, just like my mom used to make. That's what pasta is to me. It brings me a lot of comfort. Plus it's really easy and really good, so there's that too. Oh my god. Ow. My salt shaker quite literally just broke in my pasta. I'm just gonna hope and pray that there's no little bits of metal or plastic in there. How does this even go on? me, Chloe and Milan are going out tonight because it's the weekend and I'm actually quite excited, to be honest. It's one of those things with nights out where it's like, it's been a real hot minute since I've gone out, and I actually really enjoy going out and like, you know, like having that time with friends. I think it's just so nice. I definitely think it's been one of those things that I've had to, as I'm getting older, realise that it's kind of like a quality over quantity type of thing, and I'd rather go out and have like a really, really good night once a month, which is what I've done recently. The last time I went out was on my birthday, which was a while ago now. Just a month ago, I want to say. If I'm being like 110% honest, I think getting ready for a night out is probably the most fun. Like getting ready and having a couple drinks and getting ready with people. Tonight I'm getting ready by myself, and then I'm going to be meeting Milan and Chloe in a little while. The idea of getting ready and looking good and going out feeling like the best version of yourself is literally the best feeling in the world. I actually don't think anything can top it. And like today I felt pretty gross. Like I felt like I was serving musty vibes for like the entire day. And so it's nice to now feel a little bit put together, ready to go out, ready to serve. Nights out have gotten a little bit weird since after COVID. Not for what you'd think it would be either. It's the overall energy that feels weird to me. Like the energy while you're out is just very different. You just gotta surround yourself by the right people, I think, because I don't know, people out here are weird. I surround myself with people I absolutely love and who make me feel amazing. And that's all you can ask for, you know? Like, people in your life that just make everything a fun time. Like, you could be doing absolutely nothing, but it's a fun time because you're doing it with them. Kind of cheesy, kind of cringy, but like also very true. Also, my makeup's going very, very well today and I'm very excited. I did like a little bleached brow situation, which I kind of love. And I think I'm gonna do something like a little bit grungy, a little bit smoky and cute, high fashion, but also like, I don't know, a bit of everything. Honestly, I think the reason I actually like going out so much and getting ready is because it's like the one time I do makeup when it isn't really for a purpose other than for like me, you know what I mean? It's not for social media or anything, which is quite fun because I get to take my time with it and do things in my own way, you know? And I don't have to sit there in front of a camera. The irony of saying that when I'm literally sat in front of a camera right now doing makeup. But this is chill. We're just chilling right now, guys. Which is kind of the difference, really, I think. It's like, there's no pressure. Not that there even needs to be pressure when I do makeup anyway, but I think it's just a given sometimes that there's going to be like a little bit of pressure. Whereas like right now, I'm just enjoying the process of like watching it all come together on my face, and it's just one of the best, most satisfying feelings. What do you think? Makeup base is kind of cute, right? I always feel weird about doing like makeup stuff on YouTube because I feel like YouTube isn't my place where I do makeup, you know? Which is nice because I feel like I like to separate that part of myself a little bit from my YouTube world. I love my YouTube world. My YouTube world feels like my little nook of me doing shit for the fun of it, you know? Remember when bacon was like a massive trend? Like a massive trend. I don't really bake anymore. The most I really do is like my nose still, just because it's like the place I like to have a little bit of extra vavoom. But everywhere else I just kind of like set with powder lightly and really naturally, so it just blends into the skin. Setting powder nowadays is becoming like more and more redundant because I feel like everyone's going for that like really glowy finish, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I can do a glowy finish till the day I die. But the irony of me even saying that is like, who knows what the trends are going to be in like the next, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, who knows? Trends come and go so quick that it really could, we could go back to full matte, full, you know, that whole moment. I hope we don't, but you never really know. Things always come and go, which is like a good and a bad thing because I feel like people obviously love to follow trends, but when you follow trends so much, you can get boring and then people get over them really quickly, especially with fashion trends. But I really want to see some people do some like really fun stuff in the makeup world now. I want to see some newness, you know? Not seen anything new in a while. I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite little tricks to do. I'm gonna take this white powder, I'm gonna tap really lightly into it, tap off extra on my hand, and then use it under my eyes. I use this tip all the time because this powder, specifically, it's a matte shivering white Studio Fix powder. It doesn't give you flashback, but it just really brightens. Obviously, less is more, so use it very sparingly if you end up trying this out yourself, but it's honestly, oh, I just think it's so stunning, and it just really brightens under the eye and gives you that really nice, like, whew, finish. Hey, period. I love this. Yep.